All right. Here in Raymond, Washington.
Jim Luther,
Jim Luther and
bike sub.
Jim's going to show me his bike because it's pretty cool. I mean, mine's pretty cool too, but
I had a 720, the touring, and it got stolen.
I had
so
a
mad.
720 and it was stolen as
Blue?
well. It was gray.
I had a blue one.
Yeah.
It was so nice. So this here is a T-Lab all-road. So it's made by a company called T-Lab out of Montreal. And what they are is a bunch of fabricators for Bombardier, the aircraft company, that have all kinds of experience at work working with titanium.
Oh, wow.
And they're bike riders. And about 12 years ago, they said, let's have a bike company on the side. That's what this is.
Wow.
Okay, so it's titanium frame. But that's just the start of the crazy here. It's got a Cane Creek titanium crank on it. It's got Garmin power meters on the pedals. It's got hookless rims, if you know what those are. So they don't have a bead. They have flat walls on like motorcycle and car tires, and they run tubeless. Okay. It's got a suspension
Oh, in the
down
wow.
here. So on bumpy roads, it gives you a little flex. It's got four piston hydraulic discs.
yeah.
It's running DI2, so it's got electronic shifting. It's GRX, which is the gravel equivalent of Ultegra. Now, the super cool stuff.
Okay.
So when I have the dynamo in here, instead of this light hanging up, I have a light hanging below here. Okay? The light has two wires come out of it. One of them runs this rear tail light.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like how small that is and
The
visible.
other one charges a backup battery in here.
Okay.
Okay? And so they're slick lights. And you don't have to do anything. They just all plug in. So you never have to worry about power. They don't have flicker when you go uphill because they're taking the backup charge from here. They're just.
What's the brand of the lights?
Oh, you were gonna ask me.
I think might be on there.
It's a sine wave beacon.
Okay.
Out of Boston.
Neat.
These are tail fins.
Wow.
So it's a carbon frame thing. And you can take them all, you can either mount them like I did here, permanent, or you can put these little posts on there and they have little clamps. So you can just take this whole thing off. See how it's not attached permanently here. And
that's all your gear.
That's what you live out of.
Yeah.
You've seen a bento, nothing unique about that. Now the wild one.
Okay.
Have you heard of classified?
Mm-mm.
So classified is a 2-speed rear axle. So that rear axle there has an internal gear in it.
Okay.
Just one planetary gear.
Huh.
So I'm running a single up front, but I can shift between high and low with my regular Shimano shifter. They adapt the shifter for you. So you just hit it just like normal.
Wow.
It changes it between high and low. It can do it standing still. You don't have to be moving. So if you screw up at a stoplight, you can downshift right there. It gives about 70%.
That's really interesting. I bought my wife a Santa Cruz, the bike company, beach cruiser. It has internal gears.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's something like that.
It's the same mechanism, but this is crazy. This one's super high end. It's got, this is the broadcaster here.
Oh, wow.
And so what you're doing is you're hitting your DI2 shifter here, and it's signaling back to that. The receivers in the skewer.
Okay.
You have to charge your skewer about once every 3 or 4 months. You get thousands and thousands of charges off the thing. and you just shift willy-nilly.
Mm-hmm.
These are just 2 lights that I put on there as backup lights. I have a third one on there just clipped on, just because I like a tail light all the time.
Right.
Um,
Let me take this opportunity to say that Jim rode the ferry. What time did the ferry get in yesterday?
it got in at 4:30. I ate dinner, and I left Port Angeles at 6.
And then he just rode basically straight here,
Straight
stopping probably just for food and water.
Yeah.
And so that's 175 miles, something like that.
It's 300. It just showed it's 300 and
It's in kilometers
It's in
because he
kilometers,
came
so-
from Canada.
yeah, so it's about 190 miles.
190 miles.
180 some high 180 miles.
I rode about 30 miles today.
315 kilometers and 2,450 meters of climbing, so about 8,500 feet of climbing. And my legs are tired, and so instead of camping, I got this beautiful room and I'm gonna sleep.
Oh, hell yeah.
Highly recommend T-Lab. They're a great company to deal with. They're straight up. They're honest people. They're really into bikes. I got a great deal on it. They said at the end of that bikes are cyclical,
Mm-hmm.
and so not many people order them in the winter. And they said we'll give you 30% off if you buy it
Now,
during
at the time.
during
right.
their season and give us 5 months to deliver it.
Oh, that's amazing.
And so I got a phenomenal, I think the frame and the fork were 3,200 Canadian,
Wow.
which,
That's amazing.
yeah, which is
For
about,
a titanium
for
frame.
about $2,600 US.
Dang.
And it really feels nice.
Wow.
It's a great feeling bike.
What did you ride before this?
A truck checkpoint.
Okay.
Which I just love the
Yeah.
checkpoint as a bike. And this basically, I asked him, and that was for a custom frame.
Mm-hmm.
I asked, they measured me up, and I said, make it really, really close geometry-wise to the checkpoint, because I love the checkpoint.
I've never ridden one, but
But I'm done with carbon frames.
okay.
They're great, they're light, they feel good, but I'm done with disposable.
Yeah. They're also kind of plastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's cool. Oh, I guess last thing, tell me about the seat, because that's you said it's an Infinity.
It's called Infinity.
Uh-huh.
So there's a guy, his name's Vince. I can't remember his last name. Vince was a ram rider, race across America.
Mm-hmm.
He got hit by a car.
Oh.
And he was also a chiropractor. And he said, I can make a seat better than the stuff I can buy. And he came up with this seat. And it's almost all I use. And like every other bike fanatic, I have multiple bikes. And I've got one of those seats on all of them but one. It's
Right.
If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But it's a phenomenal seat.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries.
That's even more than I knew I wanted to know.